Hello everyone, this is Flammy and welcome back to another base build video. So if you haven't seen the previous two parts, you can go check them out, but so far this is the base that we've created, this core center part. I'm going to be working on the outer part in this section, which is probably the most important part considering the new wall breaker tactics and AI. So first though, we do have an attack to go on. So I've got 1.4 million gold, and I've got an army trained up, and I want to turn that army into 1.5 million gold, so that I can start a Tesla upgrading. We can go ahead and search now, because I've queued up my replacement army already. So I think we'll attack twice in this video, because I've got a healer that's already ready to be finished, which means we'll be able to attack again for a second time very quickly. Do have a couple of minions in this army still. How much gold are we going for? Well, like I said, anything over 100,000 gold would be great, because that would let us start the Tesla right away. Beyond that, I want to try to just get gold in general. In the last couple attacks, well, I had a couple good ones, and I had one bad one. My first one, I stole 180,000 gold. Second one, I stole 140,000 gold. And third one, I went after a base and failed because a dragon was doing splash damage, and I totally forgot that it did splash damage. So yes, dragons do splash damage. Now, this base looks pretty damn great. We've got one air defense that's on the left side, very exposed. A good amount of resources, look like mostly it's going to be in the mines and collectors. However, I'm going to be attacking it much more heavily. It is worth 30 trophies too, so that's a nice chunk too. Let's go ahead and attack. Boom. Perfect. So that right there will focus all of our giants on this air defense, and then I'll be able to drop my healer very quickly. They kill the archer tower, and then go good enough. I'm going to drop some guys, and I'll start picking off those things. I'm going to drop 3 goblins out here just to start collecting those. You don't need many, just given time and given goblins, they will start killing everything. Looks like this guy's Italian from the flag right there. I'm sorry. To take out your base, what is your name? Oh god, I can't pronounce that. Oalung, I don't know. Close enough, close enough. Let's check the corners because I totally messed it up on the previous attack as well. One of the previous attacks. I ended up winning, but it was close. Okay, so some giants are working their way around, some giants are going through the wall. Makes it harder for the healer to keep up with both of them, because we want it to do splash damage, but it looks like it's going to be alright. The ones on the left aren't taking too much fire. They're breaking through the walls, healer's still staying on them, good stuff. As you can see, the 3 goblins managed to take out those entire elixir collectors. And there is about 10,000 elixir in the storages, but clearly there's not much in comparison to what was in the collectors. Same thing will be true for these mines, so I'll just drop the 2 more goblins out here to start collecting that, while these guys finish up right in here. So you'll notice there is one more air defense, and it is this air defense out here. It's going to take out our healer, but you know what? That's alright. The healer served its job by keeping our giants live up until this point, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so I think I'll have to deploy a couple more guys to take out these buildings to make sure we actually do 3-star this. So I will use barbarians to do so. 1, they're very cost effective, and 2, they actually have better damage than pretty much everything else. So I will wait until these guys go in here, and then deploy these to head them towards the center. So that should be good with 40 seconds left, taking out these things. I think it'll be good at least. I mean, we've got the 2-star at this point pretty much in the bag, and if we only ended up with 2 stars, I mean, it's not the end of the world. As long as it's not a loss, really, as long as you're making progress. Also, we've managed to pass the 1.5 million gold mark, so we can go ahead and upgrade my Tesla as soon as we get back as well. Alright, there it is. 30 trophies and 133,000 gold. 300, of course. And 90,000 elixir, which is not bad either. So, that's a good chunk, and let's spend it all. Always a good plan. When you have it, spend it. Spend it as soon as possible. Why is that? Because then people can't steal it. 6 days, 1.5 million, done. Gone and in progress. So this returns us to first queuing our army, and then talking about how we're going to lay out these defenses. What did we end up having to deploy? We did 1 wall breaker, 5 goblins, so let's queue up those. 1 wall breaker. I'll do a healer in here. Five goblins, and then we had some 10 of these guys. Yeah, I'm just trying to even them out. Okay, that looks pretty even. And how many guys does that leave us with? A couple archers to train. So I'll bring it up to 6 minutes for each. So that means we attack again in roughly 6 minutes. Just over 6 minutes from the looks of it. Alright, good. Let's see, where does that leave us? So, critical defensive layout, as mentioned. So, in the last video, I used the analogy of like a single ball in the center. So this is our ball that we're going to be trying to protect. That means all of our critical buildings are in there. Notice that does not include my gold or elixir storages, as I'm not considering them critical this time. My focus is going to be on protecting my town hall and not getting 3-starred. Other than that, if I cannot get 1-starred, I'd appreciate that as well, but that is secondary. Alright, so how are we going to do these? So I'm going to do a bunch of little pockets around the side, but I'm going to try to lay them out in such a way that if wall breakers break into one pocket, they decide after that they'll go for one of the other pockets rather than going for the center. So let's go ahead and lay out the defenses in such a way, and I'm also defenses and storages, I should say, in such a way that I think will cause people to fail in their attacks, hopefully. I'm just going to sort of, I'll put them, to keep it even, I'll put them right here, and here, okay. I'm positioning them outside the mortars. I should have two more archer towers to do the exact same thing with on the other sides. Here's one of them. Do I have 5 archer towers? I thought I had 5. Let's do that there. Archer tower. Am I missing one? Cannons, unhelpful. I think that's it. Okay, so we'll do cannons then. For this last side. Gotta move the walls though. Okay, so that leaves us with some cannons after that. So, how should we lay out these guys? I'm going to lay out these guys so they're near the wizards. This means that, well, I'm also going to separate them with walls too, so. Actually, I'm not going to lay out these cannons yet. I'm going to do the storages next. Let's do a gold storage there, in the same compartment as that cannon, so that's why they're touching. And I'll do elixir storage here. And I'll do another gold storage on the other side in the bottom. Here. Actually, now that I think about this, I'm going to do this gold storage here, this elixir storage here, and the other gold storage on the top right where the elixir was. Why is that? And that's because we've got we're heavier on the mortars on this bottom right side. So I'd like to protect these storages more as well. And part of that is putting them where the mortars can protect them. Additionally, the wizards can protect these storages here. Somewhat, at least. That'll help out, too. Alright, so what to lay out next? Let's move some of these walls and start looking how we can do these cannons. The last thing is going to be the Teslas, and I've got some clever plans for the Teslas I'm hoping that will work out. Yeah, let's just do it on the corners. Come here, cannon. So, this might seem sort of weird. You know what, we're going to use the gold walls for these center. Gold walls? Decisions. Yes, gold walls. So, the gold walls versus pink gem walls, level 6 versus level 5, is not that big a difference. See, 2,000 health, and I think these other ones are like 1,500, 1,400. However, there is one big difference that actually matters, and that is gold walls can be one hit by level 5 wall breakers. Pink gem walls cannot. It takes 2 wall breakers to take out pink gem walls. Gold walls, it also takes 2 level 4 wall breakers to hit and kill, as I recently found out. So, that is also useful. That means they're still good, but in terms of level 5 wall breakers, which I expect we'll be running into a couple, we want to have the best possible defenses on the outside where the wall breakers will be hitting. Alright, so that puts that there. I think I'm going to move these walls out as part of my plan, my Grandmaster plan. Actually, we're going to put that in there. And we're going to put something else. Air defense? Not now, maybe later. I think it's going to end up being gold mines, which seems sort of very silly on the face of things, but there's a very good reason for this, and I assure you, I will tell you. So, the reason why I got this gold mine in here, which I'm about to enclose within walls, is that we need to have buildings within walls to protect them. And the goal here is not to protect the buildings, but the goal is to attract wall breakers. So, these wall breakers will be going for buildings which are inside walls, and now, this gold mine looks just as attractive as this cannon next to it. In a way that the gold mine is positioned more out there, means that it's actually much more likely to be attacked than the gold mine is itself. I'm going to move these walls around to close in that. Done. And I'm going to do as many of these sort of things as possible around the base, and this should be pretty effective against wall breakers. And I expect people won't really anticipate this, because I mean, like, wall breakers going for gold mines, that seems stupid, right? Well, it's actually how they're programmed. So it's all about knowing what they're trying to do, and then exploiting it. The units, that is. And also knowing a bit about how humans are going to act, because if humans think that the wall breakers will actually go for the center, and screw up with that, then this will be a big advantage to us as well. Okay, so I'm going to try to replicate that pattern around the outside. However, my army camps are now full, so let's go ahead and queue up some more guys. And then we go on the attack once again. What should we queue? Yeah, 16 giants is my normal, so 6, 5, and 5. And let's put these close together so they're easier to train. Perfect. Alright, so that's looking good. We've got 5 minions still. Didn't have to use them. I'm going to try to avoid using them unless they're really going to pay for themselves. I'm not going to use them like just random damage dealers. Now, what is our purpose? So, Elixir is a great goal, because if we can get up to 1.35 million, we'll be able to spend it on a research. And that would be a very, very good option. Beyond that, I don't really have any great purposes for it, so it's not like I'm really going for it. Gold, however, I still have a free worker, and I'd love to throw gold into upgrading walls. So I think I'll be doing that. So if I get a bunch of gold, I'll be throwing them into walls, especially some of the lower level ones, and then I'll do some of the higher level ones as well. Oh my god, that's a great gold count. Looks like an active base, though. Newly Town Hall 8, if I had to say so. They got a ton of walls dedicated to being like buttress walls, some of them too thick around the outside, which is not going to be effective in this case. I'm going to attack into the top left. Why? Because they've got elixir storage up there. Yes. Top left being into that air defense. Let's check for Clan Castle guys, which I expect, and there aren't any. Yes, that's great news. Alright, so I'm trying to decide how to do these most effectively. I'm going to go for this mortar and this cannon on the end. It means that these guys might, some of them will die, well, more of them will die than you might expect. But, Yeah, it should be effective, I think. We'll see, we'll see. So, right there, wall breakers takes 2 of them to detonate the gold walls. Kill that, kill this, and then they should go for the air defense, and then I'll be able to drop a healer to heal all of them. Pretty good. Most of them are staying alive. I'm going to drop this and this. I'm going to draw some archers out here to take out these defenses. They've got to take out these other buildings first, so there's a bit of delay on how long it takes for them to kill it. Healer, keep those guys alive. Ooh, they're taking a lot of splash damage. Wizard dropping should help. Goblin got into the Dark Elixir, so that's great news. I'm really glad that guy got in there. More guys in here. Not a ton of giants left alive, so I better go deploy lots of infantry fast. I'm going to deploy this clan castle. I want to take out these guys and then have the archers go towards the center. Good, they are. And also want some goblins to come in towards the center as well. And then we need to decide if the minions will help out in any way. Is the healer still alive? I hope it is. I don't think it is, though. It probably died to something when I was distracted deploying other things. Can't really do anything about it. These archers on the left should absolutely kill this gold storage really fast, which is good. Sweet. I still got the minions. I'm still thinking if I see an effective place to put them, I will definitely do so. But haven't seen it yet, so that being the case, I'll hold off on them. Not super successful. Not bad. Got one of the gold storages, got one of the elixir storages, damaged the others a bit. Got 2 stars, which is good. Still going for the trophies. And at the same time, got some good dark elixirs. You know what? I'm going to call it successful, but not amazing. Happy, but not totally overwhelmed with that success. Let's see exactly how we did in the post-attack screen. 107,000 gold, and 77,000 elixir, and 272 dark elixir. So, especially with the dark elixir, I'm happy with that. Maybe we are going to be able to steal, what would it be? It would be 10,000 dark elixir for our barbarian king. Perhaps. Definitely going to be a stretch goal. Not sure if it's going to be possible, but we can try. Alright, so let's go and queue up my... Nope, I'm not going to queue my army on video. I'm going to save you guys from that. I'm going to wrap up this episode right here, guys. I will be back very soon with the next part when I will be doing more attacks and working to complete the defensive positioning on this base and talking more about how the wall breakers will hopefully interact very poorly with our defenses, which means we'll be able to defend against everyone. I don't know if it'll work out quite that well, but we certainly can try. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.